Hello everyone, welcome to Ceruleum Reactor episode 4. I'm Lukiel, joined by Georgi and Mela and Rollo. Is it 4?
Yes, it's 4.
Yeah.
Oh, God, how time flies. It is episode 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you said if there was 4 of us. I'm like, you just said
No,
it. It's like, what are you talking about? You're insane.
4, that's fire. Fire.
Quattro. There you go.
Thank you, Rollo. Thank you.
Is that your Norwegian for the day?
Yeah.
For
We
the
did that
listeners.
previous episode. It's for
okay.
continuity.
Is this like on the BBC where if you had a musical part of your sitcom, you'd get more money because it would be a variety?
Yes. Okay, welcome everyone. Let's just start off. We're going to talk about E3 today. So we're not going to spend too much time on what we've consumed over the past. Well, technically, since we haven't. It took 3 months to get the previous episode out. All right, that's why that sounds a bit weird and outdated. That's the truth. But so it's technically what we've done the past 3 months. I was going to say over the past month, and I'm like, no, you can't say that. It's been longer than that. But technically, what we've done or watched or consumed within the last 3 months since we last recorded. Who wants to start? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick, and I'm going to do it randomly. I'm going to do that. And Rollo. Oh, God. Rollo.
Oh, it's me. Hello.
Yes. What have you been watching? What do you want to talk about?
So, I'll say for video games, I've just mostly playing VR games. By the way, I've been lost in the sauce.
Yeah, you got an Oculus Quest.
Yeah, the only reason why I got it is because I told you guys this earlier, but I went to a Target and they had like a price, discount, like, oh, that's $50 off. So like, let me just take a look at it. Like, I picked up the box and I went to the scanner, and it's at $100.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is a pricing error. And then even the clerk was like, this is a pricing error. But I mean, that's what it says. So I was like,
yeah.
I mean, I'll sell my soul to Mark Zuckerberg for $100. And it's like a pretty good headset. So
yeah. I was kind of shocked that you have to have a Facebook account, though.
Yes, you do.
That is
it fucking
weird.
sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least it doesn't post anything for you. And I have a Facebook so I can look at Facebook Marketplace for auto parts.
Right.
That's all I have it for. Like on the Marketplace.
Yeah, that's very you.
Sometimes I get computer parts too, The Marketplace is useful. Use it if you have a Facebook account. You can find good deals.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, as for what I've been watching though, I think a week and a half ago I finished season 1 and 2 of Harley Quinn, the DC animated show. And I've not. I should preface this by saying I'm not much of a superhero guy, comic thing. I've read comics. I've read The Killing Joke. I've read Superman, Red Sun, which is very good. I read some other smaller stuff too, but I'm not invested in comics at all.
Right.
So I like the Batman animated series though from the 90s and early 2000s. Like that was good.
Well, who does?
Where? Yeah, that's yeah. Where is this show on? Like, where do you watch? Where? Yeah, what
I had it on HBO Max. I'm sure it's elsewhere,
Okay.
but
I think there's also a DC streaming platform that you can watch it on.
yeah, but all the
Really?
DC stuff's on there, so it's like, you might as well just get the HBO Max thing. So do you guys know the setup of it? Like, what's it about at all?
I have no idea.
No.
Oh, okay. So, the Harley Quinn became the hotness recently, especially with her appearance in like Infamous and Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad. She's become a lot more popular. So they gave her own TV show in 2019. It's like an animated show. It's an adult comedy, and it comes with all the adult comedy things. So, yeah, I think it's a very good show. But it suffers the adult comedy thing of being like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh piss, oh my god, you killed him, oh my god, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
but that's every adult show,
right?
Or every adult animated show. It's really good though. It's a very more nuanced take, I guess, on Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
because it's about her wanting to, at least for the sort of first season, join Legion of Doom, which is kind of like the bad guy thing. That has like Joker, Manta Ray, a Bane, a Two-Face, and the bald guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah.
The bald millionaire. Jeff Bezos.
Lex Luthor?
Yes, Lex Luthor. Sorry. But yeah, if have you guys watched what's it called? Venture Bros?
No.
Okay. That's I don't blame you. It's an Adult Swim thing. I know Adult Swim stuff doesn't really leave the States as much.
Right.
But it's kind of similar to that in the setup where it's like being a villain is a profession. And there's like, a bureaucracy behind it kind of thing. You get like all the henchmen are like interns, and you have to climb the corporate ladder to join the Legion of Doom kind of thing.
Right.
And it's genuinely really funny. It really plays on that kind of like, the relationship between Harley and Joker, which is a bad relationship in any form of Batman like media.
Yeah.
But here they go kind of in on it. It's like, oh, it's a toxic relationship. So the first episode is like, oh, it's him or it's her leaving him, and after he just wants to fuck around with Batman.
That sounds like fun. That's Harley Quinn, everyone. HBO Max. Or HBO Nordic if you're in the north. For some reason, they made a separate one for us, which contains the exact same shit as HBO Max.
Exclusive.
Guess it's probably a licensing thing. Okay. Let's continue. I think. I'm just going to move down the list, Georgi.
Okay, so I recently, once we exited lockdown, was able to go see Cruella at the movies because after all the marketing, I was just so curious. I had to see this for myself. I didn't want to watch it at home. I don't like watching like major movie releases at home.
Right.
So this film is absurd. It is much better than it has any right to be.
Okay.
Emma Stone. It also features Emma Thompson. Both of them are amazing. Emma Stone is clearly having so much fun playing Cruella. A lot of people before the movie came out were like, how are they going to make her sympathize with a character that is supposedly wanting to murder 101 Dalmatians to make a fur coat?
Yeah.
Very early on in the film, it is made quite apparent that this version of Cruella would never kill animals to make anything. That is a very... I understand why they did that. You're not going to be able to sympathize with someone that wants to kill dogs to make a fur coat.
No, that was my problem initially. Was like, okay, go on. We can discuss that.
And that's fine. It's a different canon. I'm absolutely fine with what they've done, because what they've done was really quite enjoyable. But the story is pretty simple. It's kind of like The Devil Wears Prada between like if there were two priestly characters going against each other. That's the character. That's the Meryl Streep character and Devil Wears Prada, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, I'm gonna spoil something from like the first 5 minutes from the movie. And I think a lot of people have already heard this. If you don't want to be spoiled on any part of the movie, skip ahead like, I don't know,
spoiler warning.
2 minutes in the video.
This is the thing that's been like all over. I think I've seen this, but yeah, go on.
I think most people have seen this. Cruella's mother is killed by Dalmatians.
There you go. That's her.
Now you sympathize.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Those fucking Dalmatians.
Dogs are so fucking evil.
Yeah.
But I have to try very hard not to laugh when that happens. It is. There's a part of me that thinks the filmmakers were like taking the piss, but also it's kind of portrayed seriously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was.
I mean, I'm sure when they sat down to make this movie, they're like, well, Cruella, huh? How
Puppy
how
killer.
are we going to do this? And they're like, okay, what if she's not a puppy killer? But then they're stuck with the whole, but what's her link to the Dalmatians then? I guess that's what they were thinking. They're like, well, fuck, kill her mother.
You know what it was? They were at the drawing board. They wrote, okay, puppy killer, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, what? They moved puppy to the other side. Killer puppies. Killer puppies. There you go. We've done it.
Yeah.
But aside from just the plot, which is like genuinely quite enjoyable, the fashion in this movie, I'm not one to like really. I'm not a major like purveyor of like costume design in movies, but the costume design in this film is amazing. Like there's so many like really cool outfits that appear throughout the film, and also the soundtrack is very good. It's very much reliant on what's that thing where they use music from the time?
Period.
Oh,
Music.
like
Period appropriate?
I guess so.
I suppose, yeah, it's of that period.
yeah.
Yeah, it has a very
Nostalgic.
it's very reliant on music from the time. So I feel
When
like
does it take place? Is it like the 80s or 70s?
It's the 60s. I want to say the mid 60s is when it takes place.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
say I've always really liked Cruella as a villain, but maybe
Same.
that's
She
just
was
because
cool.
101 Dalmatians was my first animated Disney film, so I have that degree of nostalgia for it. Which I
Right.
think is also why I was very curious about this film.
I've always been more of a Hades guy.
Oh. Okay. Cruella.
I hope
go
you're not a
watch
James
it.
Wood guy.
No. No, I'm not. He has a good performance and that's it.
Okay, Cruella in theaters now, coming to Disney Plus in a month-ish. Well, by the time you listen to this, it's probably almost time for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Or you
And
should
there's
pay
the
like
premium.
$30 USD
Yeah.
to watch it as many times as you want in a frame in a certain period of time.
Yeah. Moving on to Mela, what do you got?
Well, I've been sucked into the world of Path of Exile. Let's bring a game
Finally.
into here.
Yeah.
So I've obviously played this game quite a number of times and attempted to get into it, but I don't know if you're aware of the game, but it's very, very, very complicated.
I remember you talking about it a lot, and you were almost afraid to play it because you thought you were worried it wasn't going to be as good as you wanted it to be, which is a common I feel like is a common worry. That's the isometric one. Is the Diablos looking one, right?
It's a Diablo type game, but this is a very old game now. It's like 8 years old.
Yeah.
It's not, just to make sure in case you're thinking it's Lost Ark, it's not Lost Ark.
Right. No.
Although I did play the alpha of that, but I can't. That was under an NDA.
Mm-hmm.
But Path of Exile, it's the one with that skill tree that has like 200 nodes. You know, it's ridiculous.
I hate
And
that
then-
sphere grid. It looks terrible.
I love it. It's brilliant. Once you get in there, Rollo, once you get stuck in, and then do you want to know something even better, Rollo? Is you can put skill cluster gems in to increase the size of it. And it has ascendancy classes with even more skill trees.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
I've never been more put off by a game by looking at all that.
It's basically you follow a guide of a really good build and then you end up being cool. But yeah, it's just got so many things to explore and do and collect. You know, it's got hundreds of unique items to try and make builds around. It's got fun. It starts off very slow combat wise, but it becomes quite fun once you've got a decent build set up. And the skill system is very interesting because every skill in the game is like a gem you socket into your items.
Right.
So you could make like a warrior but have like fireball. And then every node in your item can be linked to other nodes, and then you can have support skills that alter the way those skills work. So you can see how you can make thousands of builds. It's an incredibly
Good lord.
deep.
Yeah.
I'm already confused and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It gets worse in terms of the confusion because not only do you have this level of depth for character creation, but each of the starting classes you can pick can have 3 ascended classes, which slightly change how they play. And then it has multiple like systems in the game. Like it has heists where you break into a like a mansion or something and steal an item. And then it has this weird mine thing where you delve deep into the mine and can get things. It has an end game mapping system, kind of like in Diablo 3 where it had the Greater Rifts.
Right.
And I don't know what other system. Kind of like, in a way, like Aquapolis, but imagine if each Aquapolis was like a unique map or something like that for loot.
Okay.
And then it has just endgame system upon endgame system for years and years. So it's really overwhelming, but it's very enjoyable. And I've got 2 characters in the last month or so over 70.
Okay.
And I'm just, it's a fun game to put on and then do some maps while like you're listening to a podcast or something.
Right.
So you've quit 14 now, and you're just gonna grind forever in PoE. Complete the sphere grid.
It's a nice sort of interim game in that regards. If I was the sort of person who had fully completed 14, like I had 80s on everything, and I'd done all the relics I wanted to do, and I was literally only waiting for that next patch, it's a good sort of game to pick up. It's probably what I'll use Lost Ark for in the future when that releases.
Right. Yeah.
It's a good time.
Right.
So if anyone plays it, let me know. You can join the Speakers Guild. It's just me.
Okay.
Join the guild.
There's no benefit to being in the guild. It's just like a social thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's good. It's free.
Okay. Path of Exile.
You pay money for stash tabs.
Right. So it's like it's in a fantasy world, right?
It's a fantasy game, but it's essentially the story is there's like a beautiful, lovely place, and you've done something wrong, and you get exiled to an island nation, and it's all the survivors trying to work there. It has some elements of steampunk in some areas, but for the most part, it's fantasy.
Okay. Interesting. All right, that's Path of Exile, everyone. Make sure to join Mela's Speakers Guild. Okay. It's me now.
Your turn, Lakil.
It's you, man. You go ahead.
Time to vent. I finally finished watching.
Wait.
Yeah.
Like an Among Us?
Eh?
Oh, vent.
Oh.
That took a while.
It was
Okay.
too far past you saying
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
Next time.
Okay, so I finally finished Star Trek Discovery.
Oh.
How many seasons?
Is it 2 or 3?
Oh, not too bad.
No. Let me double check if it's. I think the 3rd one just came out, or not just, but it came out recently. Let's see. Let me make sure I get this right, because yes, 3. So I wanted to watch it because I have heard things about it. And I wanted to, and it's very mixed. I mean, it's a new Star Trek show, so it's gonna get a lot of flack. All new Star Trek shows get flack, because they're not the previous show, right? That's usually how it goes in the Star Trek. Well, in most shows like this. I'm gonna try to talk about it without spoiling anything. For those that know Star Trek, I will reference some stuff from Star Trek, just, races and stuff, like Klingons and... that's not spoilers. This is supposed to be a prequel, but also a... How do I talk about
prequel
this?
to which one?
Doesn't it?
To all of Star Trek.
Okay.
Was it? I think something I've heard is, doesn't it start off as a prequel and then it becomes like a sequel?
Yeah. That's why this is a little tricky. But, okay, so let me just start with season 1. We are we're like in between Star Trek Enterprise, which is the earliest we have ever been in the Star Trek timeline. It's like Star Trek Enterprise is like when we first discover what's called the warp drive or the warp technology. We're literally still wearing like pseudo NASA uniforms that over time slowly transform into like, that's what all the Star Trek uniforms are based on. And then the further you go down the timeline, the more and more like futuristic they start looking. So in Discovery, they're kind of just starting to become like Star Trek uniforms as we know them. They're like a mix between the Enterprise uniforms and the original series uniforms, but they're very shiny. This is my problem. I understand that you can't make a show today that's like a prequel to the original series and have everything look like the original series, right? Because it's a show from the 60s.
Hey, they did it in the Orville. They made all the uniforms look
yes,
pretty much just like old Star Trek shit.
That's true, but and also there's some stuff there that I don't understand what they made. There's some choices here that they made that's weird, but also the ships themselves are highly advanced compared to the original series, which also I guess makes sense. They got away with it in Star Wars because they went for the in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago. Whatever, It's like this is old. But in Star Trek they don't have that luxury, right? So I get that. But my biggest problem is that nothing makes fucking sense. There's the Federation has just been formed
in Discovery.
In Discovery, yes.
So in Enterprise it hasn't been formed.
In Enterprise it has yet to be formed. We are United Earth in that, cool. Yeah. So the Federation is very young, and it's trying to figure itself out. That's fine. That's fine. What I don't like, I can't talk about it, but
talk
about the spoilers. Yeah,
okay.
This is a gripe that a lot of people have with Discovery, is that they don't really. There's this one character, the main character of the show, and I thought it was clever at first, but it gets old very fast. She is not likable, and she constantly. If you watch Star Wars, right, you want to follow. You know how shit works. You listen to your captain, you do your shit, and that's how that's how the dynamic works. But she's like constantly. What?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Oh, sorry, Star Trek. And you fall. But she's like, oh, no. I'm not going to do what the captain asks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I am cool and very...
is the main character not the captain?
No, that's interesting, though, because I was like, ooh, we're following someone who's not the captain.
What are they? Are they like an ensign or second?
They are definitely I can't spoil anything, but yeah, they're like an ensign. Yeah, let's say she's an ensign at first, yeah. But she's part of the bridge crew.
Okay.
So
that's still cool, though.
Yeah, it is. Then something starts happening in like the third. It's either the third or second season. Sorry, I don't remember the seasons. I just kind of binge watched everything, so it's all a blur. But we start. The thing that fucks everything up is that there's like this. They are on the Discovery. First of all, we're not on the Enterprise. This ship is called the Discovery, and it is a science vessel that has like some secret technology in it. That this is not a spoiler. This is the premise of the show. The ship has some sort of technology that allows it to travel instantly to another location.
No.
Yeah, I know. It's
no, because no.
Yeah, I know. And if you think about Star Trek now, you're like, wait, that would have changed everything.
Is it a warp drive?
It is not a warp drive, yeah? Go on.
Is this like a thing where they like, oh, it's like a prototype ship, so it's like, oh, it's special, so you can have some more advanced stuff?
Yes, it is. The whole first and second season, I think, is about like the dangers of that technology, because it's brand new technology, and it's how they use it is very fucked up. So that's an interesting plot point, but within the timeline of Star Trek, this is weird.
How does it compare to that instant teleportation technology that we saw in a recent episode of Star Trek?
Actually, that's interesting. The risks are more instant with the Discovery. If you can imagine that you can appear anywhere at an instant, so you can already imagine, how dangerous that is if something goes wrong. And it is a system that is, let's say, organic, without going too further into that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Children.
Yeah, yeah. But if you're not a Star Trek fan and you've never watched Star Trek, I think Discovery is good up until the second season, where things get a little fucky. But if you've watched Star Trek before, there's a lot that's not right. For instance, I believe they reference replicators in Discovery, which they did not discover until way late. Do they even have them in the original series? I think that's like a TNG thing, isn't it? I don't remember exactly where in the timeline.
They talk about it a lot in TNG.
Yeah,
like it's new.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense that they're there. And there's a lot of like inconsistencies in the lore that they sort of skim over. Also, they've completely redesigned the Klingons.
Why? It doesn't make sense. They had the opportunity because it was made in 2017 or whatever. 18.
The way they've I don't know.
Oh, I remember seeing the designs actually.
They're cool, but I'm gonna show a picture, and I'm gonna show. I guess I'll have to show this on screen, but this is what they look like now.
Here's some clicking sounds for you.
Yeah,
that's not a Klingon.
To me,
that looks more like Morlock.
Yeah,
that looks like a demon from Charmed.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and I don't
think they should be changing them that much.
Yeah, so this, of course, this is before they were in the Federation, so they're obviously our enemy in this show. Now, I need to talk about the second half of the show without spoiling anything, but this is where the show, they've sort of saving themselves, because you start in Star Trek canon, there is this alternate version of what could have happened to Earth if shit went
Riker
wrong.
Has a beard.
No, it's
okay.
It's where Earth becomes like authoritarian empire called Terra, or I think Terra. That's like, I think that is established lore from an episode, and like from, could be original series for all I know. Because they can jump around instantly, they somehow, without spoiling anything, they sort of dimension jump, which again, we are very early in Federation history, so this is really strange. But they end up in the alternate universe where the Federation was never formed, and the Empire... Well, the Federation was formed, but it was formed without Earth, and Earth became this like big fascist-style empire that just annihilates everyone who's not Terran. So that's like an alternate universe. Let's just say alternate universe, because there seems to be an idea that Discovery takes place in an alternate universe. So we're looking at an alternate universe Federation and timeline, which I would be, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? We've done everything in Star Trek. Why not just... But I am afraid that they're trying to do like a reboot of the universe. you know? But they're like, this is an alternate universe, guys. But actually, this is the reboot. We're retconning everything and making it our own.
No.
I mean, they did that with the movies, sort of.
Yeah, but I feel like, is that something you want to do, though? Is that you want to erase, like,
that would be a
60
bad
years
choice.
of television history?
I almost don't blame them. Just because it's so much.
But hold on. I don't think that's what they're doing. By the way, I think it's this show is very confusing to me to watch because of all the shit they're pulling. But anyways, third season, there's a time jump. So while we were at the beginning of the Federation in the first season, something happens. They are stranded in the future, and we're talking far future, where the Federation is literally falling apart. Earth has withdrawn. Like, this is that horrible part of the timeline where something has happened and the Federation is just, it's collapsed. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's this like really sad scene. I kind of liked it. As a Star Trek fan, you kind of love the Federation. Like, the Federation is very central to the plot. So there's this, they find this like one space station that looks abandoned. There's this one guy in it that's been there his whole life, and he always like hangs up the flag for the Federation. He sits behind a desk and just waits. He's lost contact with the Federation. His father was in that office originally, and he's just grown up like, his father's dead, and he's just, his job is to wait for the Federation to reestablish contact with the starbase. And
like
I thought that was so sad.
Is he the only one on there? That's depressing.
Yeah, there's no one
my
left
God.
because the Federation's just collapsed, and he doesn't know, like, the Federation still exists, but they've shrunk massively because Earth is like hostile towards everyone because they're afraid. Is it classic? Is it literally what Earth would do, wouldn't it? Be like, oh, you guys stay the fuck away from us. Yeah, so I think season 3 makes it a lot better. I think I like season 3's plot because now they're in the, like, okay, they're not messing with existing timelines. They've gone where no one has been before, which is very Star Trek. And they can do whatever they fucking want in there. And for all I know, it's an alternate universe. It doesn't matter. I say that it doesn't feel like, I want to say that it doesn't feel like Star Trek, but then I've watched 3 seasons of it, and you know what? It kind of feels like Star Trek sometimes. Okay. I wanted to shit on their morals because sometimes they make some shady choices, but it's mostly the main character doing that, and they're supposed to be like that. Everyone else is like classic Star Trek. You can see some of Picard in some of the characters, so it's fine. It's fine. People that shit on Star Trek Discovery, I get it, but I also don't get it. It's an okay Star Trek.
I think, from what you've told me, season 3 at least sounds interesting.
Yeah, I definitely watch that on its own, even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the alternate universe, but I also don't like the retcons.
No, I didn't.
You'd think because it's come so late in the series, they would be more careful to make sure it lines up rather than the other way around. But
that's so much work. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, fuck it. You know what? I'm changing some shit to make this story work.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It's very difficult to base something in a lore that's so in depth and that has fans that are so. I mean, we've looked at the wiki. We always talk about Pulaski's chicken noodle soup. So if the fans are going to, it's going to be almost impossible to please all the fans when you make something new in the universe.
Right.
It's like one of the Fall developers, was it Pete Hines that said it? I don't know. One of the Fall developers was like, we use the wiki because there's just so much shit, and then they change shit that they feel like changing because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, we know that the Federation might one day break down.
Well, yeah, but they are trying to, like, that season is all about like trying to like help it find itself again and come back and rebuild. It's an interesting plot, and that's true though, Mela. Now they have added that to the official. That's canon now, which we just.
So
I think that's okay because it's ahead of the timeline. That's how it's always been. Like, if you're ahead in the timeline, you get to write the lore. There you go. That's Star Trek Discovery. I would say watch it even if you are a Star Trek fan, because I think a lot of people are just not watching it because they are afraid it's ruining the Star Trek canon. Maybe the first season does that. They do a lot of fuck ups in there. There's a lot of stuff that's very, you don't believe it, but it gets better. You hang on until season 3.
Enough people have to be watching it because it has made it to season 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the argument for Doctor Who as well, though, which that's a rabbit hole for another time. But, so Netflix in Europe, apparently, and Paramount Plus for the US. Don't know where it is in Australia, but...
We have both of those, so I don't know which one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, do we have Paramount? Oh, let's not research that on the show.
Just guess. You know what? Subscribe to all of them. What's it matter anymore?
Just
Look
Google
it up in your own time.
Okay, let's talk about E3.
Biggest event of the year. E3.
Well,
oh boy, we can just start off by saying that this year was shit.
Yeah, you can. The developers have said this is the year where you will most feel the impacts of the pandemic. And it's very clear.
Yeah. We got some. Well,
who would have thought Microsoft would have been the best one?
We got Gunk Cave.
Okay, let's just address.
Rolo, talk about Gunk Cave.
I don't know what Gunk Cave is.
All about Gunk Cave.
I don't know what it is.
You're obviously a fan.
we were watching the Microsoft presentation, and they're like, okay, here's all the like at the end, like they do like the reel, and like here are all the games we talked about, and this game called fucking Gunk, like the Gunk, and I thought it said Gunk Cave, I misremembered.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait. We've never seen the Gunk Cave. Where'd this come from? What's happening? I'm being gaslighted by Microsoft.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, they gaslighted me too. I'm being gaslighted from all angles.
Well, it was funny because you started saying Gunk Cave, and then I'm like, yeah, we never saw Gunk Cave. So you started... you said Gunk Cave, and I'm like, yeah, we never saw Gunk Cave because I just trusted that you were saying something that was real. And I'm like, yeah, where the fuck's Gunk Cave? I don't even know what the game is. Gunk?
I don't know. It's called
We looked it up, but we still don't really know.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the highlight of Microsoft anyway.
No.
They had a lot of stuff.
Left 4 Dead's spiritual successor. Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
Made by the same developers as Left 4 Dead? ?
Yes.
Yeah, Turtle Rock Studios.
Because Valve doesn't let them make games anymore.
No.
But looks super cool.
Yeah.
It's basically just got new versions of all of the the boomers and whatever, the Witch and everything.
They didn't show any gameplay, it's all trailer, but it's happening.
I have high hopes.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Maybe it was a hybrid trailer, but it looked good.
Yeah, it did look good. Looked like what a lot of people wanted, just a new Left 4 Dead game.
If you've been waiting for more Left 4 Dead these last 10 years, I don't remember when Left 4 Dead 2 came out.
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
You need some real quotable lines in this one. That's what every Left 4 Dead game has.
Yeah.
Remember the people who always say pills here.
Pilser.
Oh, yeah.
Pilser. Okay. So that's hype. Sea of Thieves got a very surprising free update, and it's called A Pirate's Life, and it's a Disney crossover. You know what? I'm kind of hyped for it because
it's cool.
Yeah, I was originally ready to be like, oh no, it's just a crossover. It's gonna be cheap, and it's just gonna have some Disney IPs on it, and it's gonna be impossible to it's not gonna have that much content. But boy, it looks like it's expansion worthy, type content.
When he showed up, when it was Jack Sparrow coming out of the break, I didn't have very high hopes. I thought, God, this is a bit cring.
Yeah.
But when the Black Pearl rose out of the water and it had Davy Jones on,
that's
cool.
That's
the
Flying
Dutchman.
That's Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman, yeah.
Yeah.
But, that looked cool.
Yeah, that did look really cool.
The voice acting is really good, by the way, for
Jack,
because I don't think it's definitely not Johnny Depp. I think the voices.
We talked about it when we watched it live. It's possible it is the same guy that did Jack Sparrow's voice in Kingdom Hearts? ?
Kingdom Hearts 3 specifically.
3. Sorry. Yes,
Kingdom Hearts 2 is voiced by the same person that voices Tidus.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's got new mobs, new
Got little crab people.
Yeah.
They've come out from underground.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Surface crab people.
Yeah. There was.
Not sure if it has any new map to explore, or any new islands.
We
but
don't
it's definitely
really know.
a big new event.
Yeah, they did show some sort of island though on them, but I don't know if that's just an existing island with some weather effects or whatever.
Well, there is like underground terrain too. So it's
there's that.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can definitely build down in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, they can.
We
yeah.
deserve new islands.
And also, don't forget they have added area to the Sea of Thieves before, so they might do that again now.
They haven't done it for a long time. So
no, it's been a while.
We're overdue it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks cool. I've always been a huge fan of their Davy Jones appearance they've chosen.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just looks cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. Okay, that's Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life. That'll be out very soon, actually, just in a few days, I think.
Probably be out by the time we may even have played it on a Sunday Fun Day. Or something.
Yeah. Okay, next big one, Halo Infinite.
Yeah, already been announced, but it was kind of like a bit of. In fact, we've seen gameplay as well, so it wasn't that much.
Well, it's a multiplayer here.
Yeah,
looks really good.
I don't purple banshees, but it's fine.
This man's only played Halo Combat Evolved. Okay,
it's the only one I can play. I had a PC growing up. I never had an Xbox.
There was Halo 2 on the PC on Vista.
It came out a lot later, and I didn't. I never had a Vista PC myself.
Right.
I don't. Were you guys ever into Halo? The rest of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I was into the first Halo a lot. I liked it. The lore's cool.
First and second Halo.
But the multiplayer. It was so good.
Yeah.
It looks really good here. Probably the best part of it is the progression thing. So as a battle pass, and I know people fucking wince at the idea of a battle pass these days. Yeah. Every game fucking has it. But how it works in this one is almost kind of similar how it works to the MCC collection, where like you have the battle pass, you get the rewards, right? And then the new battle pass comes out. In most games, it would just disappear. All the rewards, you can never get them again, and that's the end of it. But in this one, you can get all the rewards from any battle pass. You can progress any battle pass you like. So the current one,
very cool.
That's good.
And it's also free to play.
Every issue I have with battle passes.
Yeah,
the fear of missing out with them, and like the time investment. I don't want to have to grind one game for like 99 levels.
Yeah,
right.
But that's cool. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
What did you? Speaking of the story, what did you think of Not Cortana?
Yeah.
It's fine. People like.
Can
Cortana.
we talk about that though? Because when she spoke, her whole face was like a cartoon face. She was like, like her face
was like Andromeda, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very Andromeda face.
But it's not done, so I can.
No. I feel like they were just trying to flex their like muscles a little bit with like, oh, look at our facial animations. Isn't this cool? What we can do?
Yeah, but doing it too much.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah, it's like, I don't buy this. You're not even a real human. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked good though. The old gameplay they showed looked really good of that mission where he, rode the warthog and whatever. It looks good.
Yeah.
I like Halo, and if there's new multiplayer that people actually get into,
and it's free.
Halo multiplayer.
It's
free.
So play it when it comes out.
Far Cry 6.
Only thing I wanted to talk about here was the attack chicken.
Yes.
There's an attack chicken. Yeah.
There's an attack chicken.
They didn't show too much. There was There's been 2 new trailers recently for this, but they've not shown a huge amount of gameplay.
No.
I don't know. I think it looks quite good because it's set in more of a city, whereas we've only had like island, Africa, island, Himalayan mountains or something.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the dictatorship back home.
Yeah, and it's good for you, Ronnie. Yeah.
Just,
if you get homesick.
just like Trujillo all over again.
Yeah. Also, not much to say about the next one, but very, I don't know, it was a bit unexpected. Age of Empires 4.
Age of Empires 3, did you say? Sorry?
You're so
picky. Of Age of Empires 3.
It's
fine. I can live with it. I love Age of Empires.
Yeah,
I feel like there's not even that much of a significant graphic difference between Civ 5 and Civ 6, so...
At
No,
some
that was
point,
more of an art style change, really.
Well, at some point, I feel like what do you do? It's like
Yeah,
isometric.
what do you want?
Yeah, you can only.
I don't really know
so
for Age of
much.
Empires. It looks fine, honestly.
Yeah.
It just looks a lot like 3.
What really matters in an Age of Empires game is the system, like how they like how.
Yeah, what are they gonna add to make it?
How deep and complex is it? Yeah, that's
the Wololo bomb.
And maybe we'll play it on stream at some point, because apparently we're all not that great at Age of Empires. So it'll be of equal quality.
I'm the shittiest person at an RTS game. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't have enough clicks per minute. What is it?
APM.
Oh God.
APM actions per minute.
And then CPM's your clicks per minute.
Okay. If anyone ever talks about that, before starting a game with you, leave immediately.
So what's your build order, Lukiel? What are you going for? What's your build order?
No.
Rush villages right at the enemy base.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, can you not delete your town hall and then rebuild it next to theirs?
Yes. Okay. That's that. Speaking of things we can't talk about a lot, Starfield is a game
it's
in
thing.
space. That's it.
Doesn't. Yeah, but the only good part, we've got a release date, the 22nd of November 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And that means the Elder Scrolls 6 is within grasp.
Is it?
They said they will finish this before they release the Elder Scrolls 6. They're obviously working on it.
Yeah.
They've got multiple teams. So it means it's going to be sometime after the next year. But this game could have been like 5-6 years out. We had no idea.
And that release date for Starfield is also is close to the release date of Star Citizen's Alpha 3.9.
Woo!
This game looks like it has a lot of Star Citizen-esque qualities.
I hope Star Citizen just needs competition. They need some real. I mean,
They need a push.
Yeah, they need someone, because as you know, what is that? Elite Dangerous isn't really a competitor. It's not enough of a competitor for Star Citizen.
But it's pushed forward. If they patch Odyssey to work properly,
it's getting there.
It's only a few steps away from it. It only is, it has a loading screen where in Star Citizen you'd walk on board. And I know that's a big thing in terms of immersion, but
it is.
It's not that far off.
No.
It's a very fun game, Elite, and shame that Odyssey actually kind of doesn't work as intended yet.
No.
I'd like to play more of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see.
There you go. Starfield mystery game for now, but some sort of space game. Oh God,
Forza
I know
is coming out again.
Forza's coming out. It's in it's in Mexico.
It looks very nice.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful games.
The strangest thing about it is Forza 5 won, according to the E3 awards, was the most anticipated game of E3 this year.
That's the most baffling thing I've ever heard. But yeah, that is.
Don't underestimate the power of car guys.
Oh God, it's just like
games in general have such nice graphics.
It was not a public vote, Rollo. This is a purely games journalist voted award.
That's funny. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the trash fire that was Square Enix's presentation.
You like Marvel?
No, I don't.
Well, there was already this fear that it was going to be just Marvel mostly, right? And we were right. It's literally started off with Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't want to talk about it, but it was just the game looks bad. It looks like it looks bad.
What do you mean? It was really good dialogue, really witty.
It was extra funny for us because we watched we eventually switched over to the DMCA free stream, and it is incredible to see how much the music affects what you see on screen, because we got some royalty free shit, playing, and it did not have the same impact as Bonnie Tyler singing "I Need a Hero." So yeah, that was interesting. But literally, they played the first chapter of the game. It almost looked like
it was 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes
so
of a
long.
40-minute conference.
Throughout all of it, none of the characters shut up for a single second. They were talking constantly. Oh, the bants. We love the bants, I guess.
I think the gameplay looks okay. I'd play it over
Really?
the
gameplay
over the
looks
Avengers
okay.
game. Yes.
Oh, that's true.
The gameplay looks okay.
That's not a high bar to clear.
That's yeah.
The main character is the most boring character.
Oh, and they still do the Groot joke.
It's got a
That's his
broccoli
character.
woman.
That's what he does.
The entirety of his character.
It's
I don't
got
know
a
what else you want
raccoon.
from
I'm
him.
sorry. As you can tell, I'm not like big into superhero stuff. But all right. Next was Life is Strange Remastered and Life is Strange True Colors.
Mm-hmm.
I've only played the second one. I've seen most of the first one, I think. So,
I think I've seen most.
but
of
not the
first one
spin,
on a
not
Let's Play.
the sequel. But yeah,
Not Before the Storm.
Before the Storm.
right before the storm is what it's called. Yeah,
The most
I
fucked up
play
empath
Life is
game.
Strange just once.
yeah. It's.
I don't think I need
good.
the remasters though. They're like £30 and look almost the same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There were some strange side by sides that they did, and I feel like they could have picked some better ones too.
The game looks nice. It has a nice art style that will hold up for quite a few more years. So
That
Yeah.
stuff's
Yes.
timeless.
Yeah, just grab the old ones, and then if you like them, get True Colors, not the Super Deluxe like £80 edition.
Right.
With this.
It suffers a little bit from what I call like the pretentious game style.
Yeah, it's
but-
trying to say a lot within a game.
Yeah, but you kind of
she's an
get
art
over
student.
it. Yeah, you get over it when you start playing it, and I was
Yeah.
very resistant at first when I played 2. 2 is perhaps the least pretentious of them, I feel like, because I've only watched a playthrough of the first one. I haven't played it myself, but you get over that very quickly because you start caring about the characters.
Yeah.
So,
How can you hate that game? The main character, Max, loves Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Don't say that. I don't
She
want to say it
says,
now.
at a point in the game, she's looking at someone's movie collection, and she says, I don't care what anyone says, Final Fantasy Spirits Within is a masterpiece or
Yeah.
something.
Not a
there you go.
masterpiece.
There you
It
go.
was
I love it.
Okay, and it was very good animation for the time, but that is it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I saw that on my birthday.
Oh my god. Well,
Oh, what a
Spirits
reward.
Within.
What a sad birthday.
I liked it. It was a nice day out.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We need to move on. Though. Well, the game looks good. This time it's like empath. You're an empath in
Yeah, she's
the.
an empath.
You're
Yeah.
Deanna Troy.
Yeah, you're Deanna Troy.
It looks nice though. It's
You're
got
Deanna
nice
Troy with synesthesia, in that you can see
Yeah.
the colours of people's emotions. around
Right.
them.
Right.
I don't like your vibe. That's it. That's the
Purple
game.
vibe.
All right. Next is Babylon's Fall.
Ooh, this game.
I'm not into it.
People were excited about it because, like, oh, a platinum
Yeah.
co-op
game.
and they're like, it's a live service game. Like,
I think it looks meh at
Yeah,
best.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna pick it up.
that trailer killed all the hype for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that the audience that was originally to this game is going to be that much into it now.
No.
I'm definitely going to try it. I signed up for the alpha, and
Mm.
maybe the combat will be pretty okay still, so I'll give it
Yeah.
a chance. But yeah,
It also doesn't like look nice. Like the
No.
Ooh, it looks rough.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't look nice.
No.
But, I mean, yeah, it's weird. A lot of these games. It's 2021.
yeah. Yeah.
What's happened?
Well,
to game
pandemic, I guess. Maybe
Yeah,
they just.
pandemic, of course. Like that's
Yeah.
Starfield. That
I
was
think
a
Yeah,
they've
good
been-
Starfield looked nice, but we didn't
I
see
think
much.
they've
So
been mostly focusing on the gameplay for most of these
Yeah.
games this pandemic period,
yeah.
That's-
and they'll
Fair,
clean it
yeah.
up afterwards.
All right, Nintendo, the
Right.
best one.
Nintendo messing up Smash
Well,
Bros.
yeah.
What? Stupid
All right,
character.
okay, Mela.
shut up.
You're such a
Okay,
purist.
all
Shut
right,
up.
Calm down.
I am a
Nintendo, by far the best show for E3. I think we can all agree they had the best stuff to show, even though the bar was already very low.
Yeah, other than Minecraft, maybe.
Kazuya from Tekken is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Congratulations.
Funny
trailer, yeah, where he throws them off
it is funny trailer.
cliff.
I think I'm over this after things like Snake and Minecraft Steve. This is actually better than Minecraft Steve, so that's fine.
But
whatever.
Are you upset that Snake is in there? What?
Snake was the first red flag of this is going down a weird route in terms of collab. I mean, I don't hate it because it's Smash Bros. It doesn't really matter. It's not, it's just a fighting game. But it just
Smash Bros is always going to be strange because of the
what it is.
Yeah.
You just have to that is just the game,
I mean, already just having Ness and Samus next to each other is already fucking bizarre.
No, but that's
and they use Pokeballs
and
guns, Mela. There's
the original 64 version took items from GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Oh, it did? I didn't know that.
Okay, so that's hype. Mario Party. This one's very hype. Mario Party Superstars.
This one's very exciting.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of people annoyed that this is not just DLC for Super Mario.
I can see that.
Understandable.
I thought it was
originally as well,
with the way they presented it, but
because
I don't care either way because I've not got Mario Party.
Yeah.
And it's
so
launching
I'll just buy this one
with online multiplayer.
Yeah,
like the Super Mario on the Switch. Sorry, the Mario Party on the Switch should have had at launch.
But
that's why I didn't get it. So
I got it thinking we would be able to play together there, but no, that was not the case. Big hype. They're bringing back old classic maps as well, which is cool from the other games.
It's all maps and mini games from the first three Mario parties.
Good. Those are the best ones.
I'm suspecting. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm suspecting that if this does well, they will do the same thing for the GameCube era. They will either make it DLC or they will make it
DLC.
I would not be
so much better.
It would be better, but I don't know if I trust Nintendo to not want all that money.
They can still charge £20-30 for the DLC.
But that's not. That's not.
Keep it in the same game. Come on.
That's not $60 USD, Mela.
God's sake.
Mario Party Superstars. When's the release date for that? Do we remember? Is it this year?
I don't
feel
know.
like it was later in the year.
Yeah,
quite
I think
late in the year.
Let's see.
Maybe autumn.
Yeah.
October 29.
Okay. All right.
Oh, there you go.
This year.
Spook Day. We'll do it for Halloween.
Really scary.
I mean, we can probably do it after Halloween.
Mario
ends.
Party is
November. The first Sunday
I
fun
think
in November.
Mario Party probably is more of an event thing. We'll probably have that for a bigger event. There is an anniversary coming up. October, November, December. So
true.
maybe for an anniversary special or something, we'll play Mario Party Superstars.
We'll see.
All right, moving right along. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Such a strange thing. I don't have anything to say on this.
So, the first one was more XCOM. This one's a bit more real-time from what I've seen. I don't know how to feel about that.
I think it's more like Valkyria Chronicles almost, I think.
Oh, that makes sense. I can see that, actually.
So, which are both still very good styles of gameplay. I mean, if they could nail the XCOM stuff in a nice, tighter package, less bullshit.
I know.
Then I'd be down.
I was just going to say, I know a lot of people don't like the Rabbids. They're very much toned down in Mario and Rabbids, so don't worry about it as much.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Big reveal. Metroid Dread, a new Metroid game.
This one's hype.
Yeah.
This is actually really hype.
And
a 2D
Metroid Dread.
It's after Fusion.
Yes, Metroid Dread was first teased 20 years ago as a sequel to Metroid Fusion on the GBA, I think it was.
It's ridiculous. I like the old 2D Metroid games. They were cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to know something so sad that I heard?
What?
Someone was like, what's this Metroid spinoff? Like they didn't even announce Prime.
Oh.
No. I'm getting older. No, people don't know that Prime is the spin-off.
Yeah.
Metroid, the first Metroid Prime was very good though as well in the game.
Yeah.
Prime's a great game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think Prime came with Metroid 1.
What?
Oh, I wouldn't remember.
No.
I vaguely remember playing it on like a special thing you could get to play the old ones.
Okay.
But that's cool. It looks really good. Looks like it has some scary
I like the horror.
enemies.
Yeah, just like Fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a real Metroidvania, I would say.
Next is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Was that its name? Is that his full name?
Something about bananas.
Whoever wrote this just wrote Monkey Balls.
I just wrote Monkey
Balls.
Balls. Yeah.
Isn't it Monkey Ball Banana Blitz or something?
Something.
That's one of the
Banana
older
Blitz
games.
is the Wii games. It's one of the games.
I think
in the
it's Banana
compilation.
Mania for this one, which is
Yeah. It's just the best Monkey Ball games brought out to the Switch, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Looks
And I
really
loved
cute. I love Monkey Ball.
1.
Yeah, Monkey Ball is
That
fun.
was like that brings me back to the the good old days.
And it's definitely Monkey Ball is definitely a game that fits perfectly on the Switch. So
yeah,
Yes.
could even make use of the gyroscope.
yeah,
Gyro. Mm-hmm.
Although I hope you get the option to turn that on and off, right?
They probably.
I suspect
do. Yeah,
you'll have that option.
But yeah, Monkey Ball, hooray!
Monkey Ball.
Yeah, and if you've only played Monkey Ball 1 Melee, you will have the opportunity to play many more maps in the same style.
Yeah.
Love Monkey Ball.
Many Monkey Ball.
Moving on. Shin Megami Tensei 5.
This is a big one.
It looks
This
so
is big.
good.
Yeah.
This looked really
Yeah.
good.
I didn't think it was gonna be this like hype because 4. I mean, yeah, SMT4 was great on 3DS, but it's it's like a little. It's a first person 2DS or first person 2D dungeon crawler or
dungeon
whatever.
crawler thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good, but man, they really stepped up the look of SMT games now. They're going more to the SMT Nocturne look. You turn from a pretty boy into a pretty.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
We need to move on. WarioWare, Get It Together. A new WarioWare game.
I've
love
been
Wario.
waiting so long for a proper
Yeah.
WarioWare game.
Yeah.
I would have thought one came out on the Wii U, but no, we got Game & Wario, which is not the same
No.
thing.
I always wanted the Game Boy WarioWare, but I never could get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad.
I hope they bring back the Ashley song. That's just so catchy.
Yeah. There's not much to say about it. I mean, you know what WarioWare is, and
It's a collection of just like they call them micro games. They're like mini games that go for like
5 seconds.
5 to 10
Yeah.
seconds.
a lot of them are just absurd.
Stressful, but fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Zelda game, huh?
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you want to play? Oh wait, you guys don't like Breath of the Wild, that's right?
It looked fine.
I like the idea of Breath of the Wild, Rollo. I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's for
Okay.
me.
Oh, okay, I forgot what you
agree
guys
with
thought of it,
Georgi, but in the fact that I don't believe it runs well enough to warrant playing.
Oh,
To
okay,
warrant
whatever.
playing.
I mean, it's
Okay.
Yeah.
very bad at times.
I have mixed feelings about this game, but I mean, it's a new Zelda game, so that's hype. I have to play
Yeah.
it, obviously, but it's
Do
They got some
sequels
cool
count?
floating islands. What do you mean?
I mean, Majora's Mask is a sequel.
Technically, yeah.
People
So-
love Majora's
yeah,
Mask.
yeah.
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 Suppose.
And Breath of the Wild 2 is not its name. They are just not revealing it.
that's
yeah,
fine
yeah.
then.
They
No,
say
I'm
it's
okay.
gonna
I'm
be-
okay with that. Then.
Yeah.
I just think Breath
They're
of the Wild 2
saying
sounds
it's
bad.
the name will reveal too much about the story before they want to
Yeah.
reveal it.
Okay.
So they're not showing us the name yet.
Okay.
the Groose is loose baby.
Honorable mentions. The Great Ace Attorney.
It's
They're
been
meant to be
years.
fun games.
Yeah.
I've never got around to playing one, but they're meant to be very fun.
People thought people thought that this would never come out in English because of the fact that it is so Japanese, in the fact that it is essentially set during, well, it features characters from Meiji era Japan coming to Britain.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of, they meet Hairlock Sholmes.
Yeah,
Hairlock Sholmes, I have heard of him.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
It's cool.
I'm good for a game set in the glorious United Kingdom.
You're not getting it from Forza, so you might as well get it from a visual
Exactly.
novel.
Well, they can't do the same one twice in a row.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Last one was a lot of hype tied to this. Elden Ring.
Many years of no news.
Mm-hmm.
George R.R. Martin,
Yeah.
a modern Tolkien who has abandoned all of his major projects to work on a computer game.
Yeah.
And we got to see it. And it looks good.
It looks good.
It looks really good.
It's like a Souls-like game.
It looks... it looks more Dark Souls than maybe I would like.
Mm-hmm.
It, like Sekiro had enough of an aesthetic to it that it looked like a different game. And Bloodborne, to some degree, had a very unique, like, Victorian setting.
Right.
This kind of looks like Dark Souls 4, but
Yeah.
I don't mind too much. It looks really good.
And I'm sure the story is going to be very intriguing considering who's in
George
charge
finished
of
it years ago, apparently.
that. Yeah.
The story?
Yeah.
Apparently he finished it ages ago, and it's just because it takes so long to make games.
Yeah.
If he finished it ages ago, what is he working on now?
Exactly, Georgi.
Yeah,
Finish
exactly.
He's
wins.
playing Super Monkey Ball.
He said he doesn't play many games in that interview.
No,
That's what you think. He's a Super Monkey
have you?
Ball.
I mean, remember
fanatic.
he still writes his stories on like this old like black and green monitor,
That's true. Yeah.
1980s computer.
That's true, yeah.
He's
So-
probably busy grinding in Metin online.
So there you go, Elden Ring. Did we get a release date for that? Let's see.
Don't believe so.
No,
Don't
I
think
think it was
so.
very vague. No, we did. January 21st, 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next year.
fairly soon, and thankfully not in the holiday season. No, not the.
Yeah, post holiday.
Okay, there you go, Elden Ring, January 2022. And that's all. That's all, folks.
That's E3.
That's E3.
See you next year.
See you next year.
Hopefully next year it'll be much more hype. Hopefully there will be an in-person conference.
Oh, imagine
Yes.
that.
We'll-
I can't imagine.
We'll be there on the ground floor.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of
No, we
course.
won't.
Rollo will have a wire in his ear and we'll be getting constant feedback from him. Right, Rollo, down to you on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, here we are on the E3 floor. I fell in orange soda and I've broken my hip.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Back to you,
horrible.
Mela.
Horrible.
Thanks, Rollo. Great news there on the upcoming game.
Okay, that's it, everyone. That's episode 4 of Ceruleum Reactor. We'll see you when we see you again. Remember, you can follow us on all the stuff. Everything should be linked in the description. So make sure you click those links, baby. That's it. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.